afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Wednesday.
Kind of a dreary day outside.
Yeah, I think the rain may have started a little bit. We'll have to check on that. But Harvey Briggs is not having any of it. He's in Los Angeles.
With a big truck, right?
The mid-size truck.
Mid-size truck.
Nissan Frontier. Okay. We're going to take that out
for
a little test spin later on. But first, here's what's making news on this Wednesday. Medical marijuana got its first hearing at the Capitol today, which just happens to be World Cannabis Day, or 420.
The city of Mariupol refuses to fall as the fight over the eastern front of Ukraine takes more lives by the day.
And the AARP says Wisconsin seniors are tired of getting price gouged by big pharmaceuticals, so they throw what they said is the world's most expensive tailgate. Let's take a look outside. This is earlier today. Still kind of brown out there.
But you can hear the raindrops falling on the patio.
Here comes the rain. I guess the rain is here.
They're falling on me.
It's falling on Dana.
Hi, Dana.
Guys, it's a little gross outside right now. It's windy, so it's not just the rain. It's chilly and it's windy for us. Temperatures in the upper 40s. Remember this time yesterday when it was nice and sunny outside. Yeah, I remember that too. We have a cloudy sky right now. We have a little bit of rain starting to build in for us just over the last few hours, seeing those showers build into southern Wisconsin. Wind speeds about 15 to 25 miles per hour. To the west and south, there have been a few thunderstorms popping up. Right now, it's just rain for us over Madison, but enough that it's going to probably be a little slower commute for the roadways. Temperature-wise, in the mid to upper 40s this time of year, average highs usually in the upper 50s. So it's certainly below average, certainly cool outside, just a smidge cooler than where we were at this time yesterday. My good news as we look ahead to Thursday, mostly sunny skies. Still breezy outside though, but milder. Highs will be in the low 60s. So we're looking ahead to Thursday, gonna enjoy that one. As far as traffic goes right now, I don't have any accidents popping up along the Beltline. It does look like there might be something closer to Prairie there, eastbound along the Beltline. Things going a little slower. Again, when we have any bit of rain coming down, things tend to slow down along the Beltline for us. North and southbound on the interstate in Rock County, all is smooth. From the Beltline to Janesville, 25 minutes, 16 minutes to get from Middleton to Sauk City, and downtown to Prairie, an 18-minute commute for us. We will take a closer look at the sunshine for Thursday and our next round of rain in just a few minutes.
All right, Dana, thanks. We'll see you then. A state Senate committee heard debate on a bill that would legalize medical marijuana.
This is the first hearing on legislation like this since 2009.
Our political reporter, Will Keneally, was at the Capitol and has more. Will?
That's right. There's gratitude from both sides of the aisle to even have today's hearing. The last time bill author Mary Felskowski introduced the legislation, which was last session, the bill didn't even get a hearing. Grateful for the chance to speak to it today, Felskowski says medical marijuana could go a long way to replacing opioids.
I don't think people really want to take some of those strong drugs. So if there's an alternative with less side effects, I think we're seeing our whole nation move towards more natural, like let's prevent, things of that nature.
Today's meeting was just informational. The legislature has gone home for the year. Felskowski says today's hearing will set up the issue to be introduced next year. She says she'll likely have to find a middle ground to get Republicans on board. We'll hear how she plans to do that at 5.
We will see you at 5, Will. Thank you. Some Madison police officers will now be allowed to wear body cameras after a 9-hour meeting. Madison's Common Council approved the pilot program for officers on the north side of the city with an 11-9 vote that came after 3 o'clock in the morning. Advocates argued the technology will increase transparency, while opponents expressed concerns about privacy and cost. Police Chief Sean Barnes says he believes body cameras will help bring credit to the department and to policing as a whole. The pilot program is expected to cost around $80,000.
And during that 9-hour meeting last night, Madison Common Council also unanimously approved plans to build a new men's homeless shelter on the city's east side. The shelter would be built from scratch and include access to nearby bus rapid transit stations upon completion, access to food outlets, and potentially a new city library. In the months after small shelters shuttered their doors across the city, leaders tried to find new options for a permanent shelter, but 2 separate plans to transform existing buildings into a suitable shelter ultimately failed. The city's current homeless shelter is operating out of the city's former Fleet Services building, which is set to be transformed into a public market by the fall of 2023.
AARP hosted what it called the world's most expensive tailgate today at the state capitol. It was an effort to demonstrate the skyrocketing prices of prescription drugs. The organization compared the rise in drug prices to what the cost of a tailgate would be if it increased at the same rate over the past 15 years. A six-pack of beer would cost $29. A six-pack of brats would cost $12, and a pound of cheese would cost $17. AARP is urging Congress to pass legislation that will allow Medicare to negotiate prescription drug prices.
We found 22% of Wisconsin seniors don't take their medicine at all because they can't afford it. That's not right. Medicine doesn't work if you can't take it.
Last month, AARP delivered more than 100,000 petitions from Wisconsinites to Senator Tammy Baldwin, calling on the Senate to act.
Ukrainian military officers say soldiers and civilians holed up beneath a steel plant in the southern port city of Mariupol are nearing the bitter end of their fight to stave off Russian forces.
Invaders have been dropping bombs on the steel mill while Ukrainian authorities struggle to open up an evacuation corridor out of the city.
Skylar Henry reports from the White House, where the president has meetings with military leaders this afternoon.
Ukraine's deputy prime minister says an agreed-upon humanitarian corridor to evacuate civilians from this steel plant in Mariupol had not worked as planned. An estimated 1,000 Ukrainians were sheltering underneath the plant in this besieged port city. A Ukraine Marine says we're facing our last days, if not last hours. The enemy outnumbers us 10 to 1. Ukraine's president says his country's armed forces have been unable to unblock Mariupol. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said agreements on humanitarian corridors have been violated before and made a grim prediction for Mariupol.
One, this tide also at some point recedes from Mariupol. We're going to see far worse, if that's possible to imagine.
Elsewhere, this platoon commander outside the village of Pisky says his troops are holding firm, but they need more weapons.
Enemy won't destroy my country.
The U.S. is preparing a major new shipment of artillery and ammunition to Ukraine, rushing to get it there in time to be used against the Russian offensive. President Biden is meeting with military leaders this afternoon. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin welcomed his Polish counterpart to the Pentagon earlier, thanking the country for its role in helping Ukraine.
You have performed the absolutely essential role of facilitating the delivery of security assistance from the United States.
Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen and others walked out of a G20 meeting Wednesday as Russia's representative began speaking. And tennis players from Russia and Belarus are barred from Wimbledon because of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Skylar Henry, CBS News, the White House.
While mask mandates are ending, COVID-19 is not. Hospitalization rates are holding steady, but more than 40,000 new infections were reported on Tuesday. That's a nearly 50% increase over the past 2 weeks. The Biden administration is waiting for a signal from the CDC on whether to appeal a judge's ruling that overturned the mask mandate for airplanes and other mass transportation, a ruling that has divided public opinion. A new poll finds 56% of Americans still support the transportation mask requirement. 24% are opposed. Experts say wearing a mask on things like public transportation still makes sense.
Especially when you don't know the vaccination status of those around you. But really in all indoor settings, wear a high filtration mask.
Along with confusion about masks, many Americans are undecided about getting a second vaccine booster. The CDC met with outside experts this afternoon to discuss future guidance on who should get that fourth shot.
SSM Health and News 3 Now are teaming up together to create a healthier community for kids. The Time for Kids Keys to Health campaign is designed to address the community health issues that impact our kids' health directly. Throughout the next year, we'll share stories, tips, and host community events to empower kids and adults to get involved in the health of their families, neighbors, and entire communities. This week, SSM Health's Dr. Rupa Shah shared with us some ways that you can get your kids to embrace eating more sustainably.
One great way is to take your kids grocery shopping with you and letting them maybe pick a new fruit or vegetable that they want to try in a recipe. That gets them more engaged in kind of meal prep. Another great way that's local here in Wisconsin is helping them pick like their own, fruits and vegetables. So going to like a strawberry farm in the summer or going to pick apples. Kids love that kind of thing, and it's a great way to get them really involved with their food.
And tomorrow, SSM Health will be hosting an Earth Day food drive at William G. Lonnie Lake Farm County Park and Badger Prairie Park. It runs from 3 to 7. There'll be fun, family-friendly activities and giveaways, including birdhouses. News 3 Now will be at Badger Prairie Park for the drive with live coverage on this program tomorrow. As global warming continues to rise, there may be something to slow it down.
We'll head to the Northwoods of Minnesota, where the trees there could be plant savers. That's when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
If you have type 2 diabetes or high blood pressure, you're a target for chronic kidney disease. You can already have it and not know it. If you have chronic kidney disease, your kidney health could depend on what you do today. Farxiga is a pill that works in the kidneys to help slow the progression of chronic kidney disease. Farxiga can cause serious side effects, including dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections in women and men, and low blood sugar. Ketoacidosis is a serious side effect that may lead to death. A rare, life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop taking Farxiga and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this bacterial infection, an allergic reaction, or ketoacidosis. And don't take it if you are on dialysis. Take aim at chronic kidney disease by talking to your doctor and asking about Farxiga. If you can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
At McGann Furniture in Baraboo, we know that hardworking people want the most value for their money. When you shop at McGann, we've already sorted out and selected the brands that we feel offer you the most bang for your buck. From young couples just starting out to senior citizens, we offer a huge selection at prices that will fit your budget. Plus, most purchases include free delivery and setup. And remember, at McGann, we don't raise our prices only to lower them later for a sale. Discover the difference at McGann Furniture in downtown Baraboo.
Andrew Larson here, owner of Larson Home Services. My team is fired up. We've discovered a new replacement gutter system that sets the standard for performance, durability, and beauty. It's called Gutter Shutter, and it's guaranteed to never clog, sag, or pull away. Gutter Shutter is the world's strongest high-performance gutter with thicker aluminum, wider gutter size, and it's available in 18 beautiful colors. Best of all, it's made 100% in the USA. Over the years, my team at Larson Home Services has installed thousands of gutter systems and premium roofs in our community. And what really sets us apart is the experience you'll have. You'll be like a member of our team throughout the entire process, and we'll always follow up to make sure your experience with us was as promised. That's the Larson experience. We can't wait to show you what Gutter Shutter can do for your home. Right now, get 75% off installation labor, free financing for 24 months, and a $100 Visa gift card with your new Gutter Shutter system. Call now to set up your free estimate.
Your energy, giving back to your community, fueling your drive to deliver hope for neighbors in need. At Alliant Energy, we're creating more clean, renewable energy every single day to power what matters to you. Because even during the most powerful moments in our lives, we're not thinking about power. We're thinking about a brighter future. Alliant Energy, powering beyond.
Well, here's a question for you. Do you twist your Oreos to get to the cream?
Of course, right? You know, it's weird. I don't like the cream. I just eat the cookies on the either side.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But
that is weird.
I know. Most people like the triple stuff or whatever you can get.
Double stuff, I think.
Some MIT researchers are actually looking at the science behind twisting an Oreo, and they call it Oreoology. They released a report on their effort to perfectly twist the cookie so that the cream is evenly distributed on each side. And they even created a machine, an Oreo meter, to precisely split the Oreos. Well, the scientists found Even if you perfectly split one, the cream always ends up mostly on one of the wafers. So maybe Oreo fans are better off just dunking than twisting.
That's all they have to do is MIT, is this?
It's an expensive study.
Yeah, all right. Well, some areas of the world could be headed toward an insect apocalypse. Researchers at the University College in London released a new study looking at 20 years of data from more than 6,000 locations. They also studied nearly 18,000 insect species, including butterflies, grasshoppers, dragonflies, and bees. Researchers found that extreme land use, combined with warming temperatures, are pushing some insect ecosystems toward collapse. Some areas around the world have already seen a nearly 50% drop in insect populations, with the number of species cut by 27%. The study's lead author says losing insect populations would threaten global food production.
Well, you're going to see something new on Netflix, an option for a cheaper subscription plan. However, it will have ads. The company says adding less expensive plans with advertising gives watchers more choice, noting that other streaming services like Hulu and Disney Plus have had success with the model. The announcement comes a day after Netflix reported a drop in subscriber growth, tanking the company's stock. Analysts expected Netflix to add about 2.5 million new subscribers in the first quarter of this year. Instead, it lost 200,000. The new, cheaper plans are expected to be rolled out in the next year or two.
Well, more than 40 million Americans owe more than $1 trillion in student loan debt. The Department of Education says it's now taking action to help address what it calls historical failures in the administration of the federal student loan programs. DOE says the changes could bring relief or even immediate forgiveness to millions of borrowers. The changes are expected to give 40,000 borrowers immediate forgiveness. At least 3.6 million borrowers will receive 3 years of additional credit toward income-driven repayment plans.
Unfortunately, the department has not given a timeline on when borrowers will find out what happens. For right now, the answer is to be patient and wait.
Experts say they don't know exactly how many people will get their loan balances completely wiped clean. It was a mixed day on Wall Street. The Dow Industrials added 249 points, ending the day at 35,160. The NASDAQ dropped 166 points as Netflix stocks, as we mentioned, logged its worst day since 2004. The S&P 500 was off too.
Today, 5 leaders from the Wisconsin Initiative on Climate Change Impacts held a virtual Zoom meeting to discuss their recent report. This was the 4th event in the Wisconsin State of the Climate series. In just the past decade alone, Wisconsin has had 21 once-in-a-decade precipitation days. This follows the path that we've seen of more volatile and unpredictable weather events. Scientists have long known the value of trees as virtual warriors in the fight against climate change.
New research shows that world's forest could help cool the planet by about 2 degrees, which is a lot in global terms.
Ben Tracy visited a unique research site in northern Minnesota where scientists are learning more about these potentially planet-saving ecosystems.
In the forests of northern Minnesota, where winter often overstays its welcome, hidden among the trees is something rather unusual. This is the Marcel Experimental Forest, but you could just as easily call it a climate change time machine.
I mean, this is such a unique place to come to work.
It's incredible. Each one of these is giving you a manipulation of what the future may behold.
David Weston is a senior scientist at Oak Ridge National Laboratory. He and more than 100 other researchers come here to study how different degrees of global warming might impact the world's northern forests.
I noticed above the door on the way in here, it says, "Welcome to a warmer future." That seems kind of ominous.
It's giving us some idea of how far we can push the system and how resilient the system may be. It's absolutely amazing to have a future scenario that you can measure right now today.
They pump heat and carbon dioxide into these chambers. The temperature simulations range from no warming all the way up to a frightening 9 degrees Celsius, or more than 16 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's pretty extreme.
It is extreme. And so this is the upper end of what we're trying to simulate.
And so at this level of warming, clearly this doesn't react very well.
No, we're not doing very well here.
These hexagon-shaped chambers here at the experimental forest are open to the sky. Each one is more than 30 feet tall, 40 feet wide, and there are 10 of them here on this massive 7-acre site, each one providing a different glimpse into the future. And it's not just any forest they're studying. It's what's known as the boreal forest, the world's largest forest system. It wraps around the upper third of the Earth, from North America through Scandinavia and much of Russia, like some sort of planetary headband. Unfortunately, what they're discovering here inside these chambers is that the hotter the planet gets, the boreal forest ecosystem dries out. The critical peat moss is eaten up by bacteria and replaced by shrubs. That carbon, once captured in the ground, is released into the atmosphere, accelerating the devastating impacts of climate change.
Every single year has led to loss of carbon from these ecosystems. That's the crisis that we face. It's taking carbon from a solid form in a stable form stored in these peatlands to being a gas in the atmosphere that's a greenhouse gas.
And the real-world impacts are already painfully clear. These drier northern forests are now more prone to wildfires. Record-breaking blazes tore through the boreal forests of Siberia in the past 2 years, charring millions of acres and spewing record amounts of carbon dioxide into the sky. Scientists say we need to quickly reduce our planet-warming emissions before these forest systems reach a tipping point, switching from accumulating carbon to emitting it, potentially even rapidly in a so-called carbon bomb.
And in some ways, this place is kind of a giant warning to humans about the future.
Maybe it gives us a reason to act, right? I'm a bit of an optimist, but why roll the dice? Let's solve the problem now.
Because the dire future foretold here in this forest is one we can still change. Ben Tracy, CBS News.
Finally, some encouraging news. Maybe there is hope. Well, the doctors serving on the front lines in the war in Ukraine are not all Ukrainians.
We'll meet a doctor from Texas who's making his third trip to the war-torn country. That's coming up after Dana's First Warn forecast.
Keep all the dust, pollen, and allergens out of your home this spring with the new Eco Sky windows exclusively from Mad City Windows. We're Wisconsin's #1 remodeler and trusted local source for high-quality windows that combine unmatched performance with distinctive style, custom-made to fit any size opening. And now's the time to save during our spring blowout sale. Save $750 on a house full of new windows, interest-free financing for 12 months, and a $100 Target gift card with purchase. But act now and we're going to double your savings. Save $1,500 on a house full of new windows. Double your interest-free financing from 12 to 24 months and double your bonus. Receive a $200 Target gift card with the purchase of new windows. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-338-1616. Let me give you that number again, 608-338-1616.
Shop the Spring Savings Double Up Sale for double rebates on our most popular appliance and grill brands. Shop in-stock specials like this Amana top-load washer for just $5.48. This KitchenAid dishwasher for just $7.98. This GE convection range with air fry for just $8.98. Or this LG 25 cubic foot French door refrigerator for just $14.98. Shop GrandAppliance.com or a store near you. Grand Appliance, the appliance experts.
What can I do with less asthma? With Dupixent, I can do more. Catching my train. Making moves. Making a connection. Oh, a train connection. That's how you do more with Dupixent, which helps prevent asthma attacks. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems. It's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma that can improve lung function for better breathing in as little as 2 weeks, and can reduce or even eliminate oral steroids. And here's something important. Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Are you ready to do more with less asthma? Just ask your asthma specialist about Dupixent.
When you drive a Honda, the adventures go on and on. Follow your adventures with the rugged power of Honda, the brand owners are calling the most fun to drive. Hurry into a local Honda dealer where new vehicles are arriving daily.
Well, take a look at this. Experts say a lost 400-year-old Dutch master painting found hidden away in a storeroom in Australia could be worth millions of dollars. The work, simply called Still Life, was found among many works in a storeroom of what's now a museum owned by the National Trust of Australia. A spokesperson says they were left breathless by the surprise discovery of the 17th century painting, which is now being painstakingly restored. I think we all have these fantasies that we go to like a garage sale and we come across something.
Yes. I'm worried that I would find something and then not recognize the value of it. You know what I mean?
What could actually be. We were just talking about, I live in an older house, and I would love to just find a painting randomly in the
And you might.
You never know.
You never know.
Has not happened yet, but
keep searching.
Keep searching. Yeah. That's what when I'm at work, Penny is back home looking around for us.
Well, you have plenty of time to look around with this rain falling.
Exactly. Maybe indoor plans for tonight, just because it is going to be so soggy and so windy outside.
It is windy.
Yeah, it's a little cool for us also. Here's a look downtown. Again, we have that cloudy sky, dreary overhead for us. We'll take a look at when the sunshine returns right after the break.
You know, from first-time homeowners to empty nesters, all homeowners want to take pride in the appearance of their home. And one way to do that is by adding new Eco Sky windows from Mad City. Now, our philosophy is simple. You put the best window in, you get great results. You'll love the ease of operation, too.
They're beautiful. And they slide open and close really easily and beautifully, and love them. Just love them.
Now's the time to save during our spring blowout sale. Save $750 on a house full of new windows. Interest-free financing for 12 months. $100 Target gift card with purchase. But act now and double your savings. Save $1,500 on a house full of new windows. Double your interest-free financing from 12 to 24 months. And double your bonus from $100 to a $200 Target gift card with purchase. Call for a free estimate at 608-338-1616. Let me give you that number again, 608-338-1616.
Feeling trapped by your expensive cell phone plan? Here's the key. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Keep your phone and number with the same great coverage as the big carriers. Escape to a no-contract $20 a month plan with talk, text, and data. It's easy to connect. With our award-winning customer support team, no sleight of hand is required. Call, go online, or visit Target to get your new SIM card or phone today.
The world is full of make or break moments, especially if you have postmenopausal osteoporosis and a high risk for fracture. It's time to make your move to help reduce your risk of fracture with Prolia. Only Prolia is proven to help strengthen and protect bones from fracture with one shot every 6 months.
Do not take Prolia if you have low blood calcium, are pregnant, are allergic to it, or take Xgeva. Serious allergic reactions like low blood pressure, trouble breathing, throat tightness, face, lip, or tongue swelling, rash, itching, or hives have happened. Tell your doctor about dental problems, as severe jawbone problems may happen, or new or unusual pain in your hip, groin, or thigh, as unusual thigh bone fractures have occurred. Speak to your doctor before stopping, skipping, or delaying Prolia, as spine and other bone fractures have occurred. Prolia can cause serious side effects like low blood calcium, serious infections, which could need hospitalization, skin problems, and severe bone, joint, or muscle pain.
Don't wait for a break. Call your doctor now and ask how Prolia can help you.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
A little soggy outside right now. Scattered showers moving through and possibly a few isolated thunderstorms. This evening rain will continue until about midnight. Thursday right now looks quite pleasant outside. It'll be a bit breezy in the afternoon, but we will have sunshine. It will also have warmer temperatures. We'll be in the mid-60s for us on Thursday. Then we transition back to the rain. We have a brief break on Thursday. Showers and thunderstorms expected to build back in for us on Friday before we get back to some sunshine on Saturday. Here's a look over the last 3 hours. We were able to stay dry through most of the morning and early afternoon, but now that rain again lifting in for us and will continue through the rest of this evening. No lightning in Wisconsin right now, but we have seen some lightning off to the west in Iowa and down into Illinois for us. So we do have the possibility for again an isolated thunderstorm or two. The evening commute might be a little slower because of this rain coming down. Some steadier showers possible for us this evening. Things start to ramp up as we get closer to midnight, and by tomorrow, mostly sunny skies for us. Thursday actually again should be really nice outside. High temperatures in the mid-60s with our breeze coming in from the northwest. For Friday, temperatures in the low 40s early in the day. Rain chances building in mainly south of Dane County early in the day, but then those scattered showers expected for us heading into the afternoon. This is a look at our precipitation totals from this first round of rain tonight. At about 1/2 of an inch for much of the area. Could see some folks picking up just a little bit more than that, closer to 3/4 of an inch. By Friday, with that rain passing through, notice how we see our accumulation totals climb south of Dane County. That event will bring in about another 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 of an inch again for areas south of Madison. High temperatures tomorrow in the low 60s. A mostly sunny sky expected for your Thursday. Should be pretty pleasant outside. A bit breezy though, wind speeds about 10 to 20 miles per hour. That trend of warmer weather really ends for us this weekend. Next week it does look cooler outside. As we look at our 6 to 10 day and our 8 to 14 day outlook, likely that we will be trending below average for our temperatures for the end of the month and heading into the start of May. Highs tomorrow in the low 60s. Showers and thunderstorms building back in for us on Friday. Friday we'll see temps in the mid-50s, so pretty seasonable. Saturday is our warm and mild day. We're in the mid-70s, but rain or wind speeds picking up later in the day, and that leads into our next round of rain developing Saturday night into Sunday. More showers expected for us Sunday morning. That system wraps up and it cools us down. Looking ahead to next week, high temperatures will be close to 50. Overnight lows will be near freezing. So it is going to be a chilly stretch for the end of April. But right now it does look like a drier stretch for us for the end of April. Overall sunshine sticking with us through the work week, and our next chance for rain likely won't build in until the back half of the work week heading into the following weekend.
Boy, buckle up.
You know, everybody's going to want to go and buy plants on Saturday.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
And look later, and then it's going to freeze.
Exactly. We were talking about this at noon.
So wait
until after Mother's Day, right? Because it's going to be nice on Saturday. A lot of folks will be outside. Love it.
Mother's Day, I think, is May 9th, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, you can buy it and bring it.
Yes.
Don't plant it. Just bring it in the house.
Yes, correct. Don't put anything in the ground right now if it's sensitive to temperatures.
Didn't you just lose a lily doing that? Didn't you take a lily out and it died in the cold?
No.
No, it's still inside. He left it inside.
Oh, okay. I left it inside, and the woman that cleans my house is allergic to them.
Oh, that's right.
So I had to put it outside.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
But
it's coming back in.
Okay, good.
Saturday will be nice. Maybe start prepping things for the garden, but
good idea.
Yeah, don't put anything in the ground.
All right, Dana. Thank you.
Thanks, Dana.
A Texas doctor driven by a deep personal connection is traveling to Ukraine to help local doctors treat the war wounded.
Soldiers and civilians. Dr. Sanjay Gupta reports.
Whenever I travel to the war zones and I leave my home, always I do one-way ticket.
Dr. Mansour Yazji is getting ready for a journey he's made before. His third trip from his home in Edinburgh, Texas, to eastern Ukraine.
As a physician first, it's our duty and our ethics to help every needed person in the world.
I understand that feeling. I've been in war zones and disaster zones as a reporter. Mansour and I were in Haiti at the same time in 2010. At times, I have felt compelled to help.
How much do you worry now about your own safety?
Every time I go back, I say this is maybe the last time I'll be going. Because when I decide to come, it's a lot of fear. And then in a minute, I just remember my promise and why the people lost their life, and I see their children not seeing them. And we work in different cities.
Dr. Yazji, a Syrian-American, ran over 30 medical missions since 2011 to help his homeland during the catastrophic war there. But even as the conflicts continue in Syria, he finds himself in a similar situation in another country.
What happened in Ukraine, it happened in Syria. And I feel myself that I'm part of them.
Nearly 2 months of war and at least 119 attacks on clinics and hospitals have left the Ukrainian health system in disarray and desperately in need of outside help.
The hospitals, which have been attacked by the Russian army. Physician to physician.
Dr. Yazji spends the next 5 days in an almost constant blur of action. I wonder if you can just sort of describe what you're encountering. Is there not enough care to be given?
A lot of high complexity surgeries. Trauma, like we did a surgery Monday, like for a person lost half of the posterior upper shoulder, the upper arm, the chest, the upper chest. This man survived.
There are issues with water and electricity. There are shortages of medical supplies. Performing as many as half a dozen operations in a day, what Dr. Yazji and his Ukrainian colleagues are doing is, in the context of things, nothing short of miraculous. One thing he learned in Syria is the need to perform skin grafts as soon as possible to reduce the risk of infection.
This is the most challenging, really, kind of surgery, because the faster you cover the bone, you facilitate healing and prevent infection.
These are patients who've been injured in these explosions that we've been witnessing on television. They may lose skin, they may have fractured bones, they may need amputations, and so you're talking about creating flaps to try and care for them. Is that right?
We really save the amputation. You make a big difference in people's life.
Dr. Yazji doesn't just provide medical support, though. He provides a form of mental nourishment to the Ukrainian doctors as well.
When I see a Ukrainian doctor suffering because, he's exhausted mentally, physically, and the attack on them, I see ourselves, we were there. That's why this is all make me come to Ukraine and be with them.
The morning after our call, he started for home, but leaving with a promise that he will be back.
What a mission.
Yeah, it really is. Congratulations to him. Well, coming up next on Live at 4, an eco-friendly home away from home at a homotel where guests say they sleep better knowing they're helping the planet.
And then coming up next hour at 5, there is never a bad time to have some coffee, right, Mark?
Right.
Dane Buy Local hosted its 3rd annual Coffee Fest today. We'll tell you all about it coming up next hour at 5.
They open up and they come in so you can clean the inside or the outside and everything. Right in here, you don't have to get ladders or anything like that there to clean them.
If your old drafty windows are hard to open, hard to close, and impossible to clean, then call Mad City Windows. Our exclusive Eco Sky windows deliver brilliant design, beauty, and efficiency to your home in a variety of eye-catching styles. Now's the time to save during our spring blowout sale. Save $750 on a house full of new windows. Interest-free financing for 12 months. $100 Target gift card with purchase, but act now and double your savings. Save $1,500 on a house full of new windows. Double your interest-free financing from 12 to 24 months and double your bonus. Receive a $200 Target gift card with a purchase of new windows. Call for a free estimate at 608-338-1616. Let me give you that number again, 608-338-1616.
Allergy sufferers, bedtime means it's time to take Zysol. Zysol relieves allergies while you sleep, so you wake refreshed. Plus, it works faster than Claritin, and on first dose, provides the same relief as Zyrtec in a pill nearly half the size. Be wise all, take Zysol at night.
As you remodel, don't toss your cabinets and appliances. Donate to Habitat Restore. Give your items a second life while proceeds build Habitat for Humanity homes. Donate today. Habitat Restore, Dane County.
Eyes require a certain kind of care. As a family-owned optical company for over 40 years, Wisconsin Vision knows firsthand just how important your eyes are. That's why our doctors and staff are highly skilled and passionate in their roles. It's why our centers offer a large selection of eyewear suitable for all lifestyles. And it's why our lens lab is state-of-the-art, conveniently located right here in Wisconsin. Ask about our $99 prescription sunglasses. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
This is the purpose-built Ford F-150. It's a beast with brains. It's got, you know what? Skip this video. Go see one at your local Ford dealer.
Get here to know F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for yourself. Then get one your way with a custom order that receives priority, plus an extra $1,000 bonus cash and incentive protection, guaranteeing you the best offer now or at delivery, all on a Ford, built for you, by you. Order your 2022 F-150 to lock in a great offer, plus get an extra $1,000 retail order bonus cash.
Making the case for legalizing medical marijuana. Tonight on News 3 Now at 5, how a committee hearing is hoping to introduce a new bill on the issue and find out if it could lead to eventual legalization.
Showers will end overnight, and tomorrow will be sunny, breezy, and milder. Showers and a few thunderstorms on Friday will lead to a windy and very mild day Saturday before temperatures turn colder next week. I'll look at when the best chances for rain will be at 5.
Then at 6, we'll give you a sneak peek behind the scenes as the UW Varsity Band gets ready for its big spring concert after a 2-year hiatus.
Giving the weather satellite a spin, we end up in downtown Los Angeles. 68 degrees. It's, what, 2 o'clock there? Look at the traffic.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Nice and sunny and warm, though. That's where Harvey Briggs is going to join us in a little while.
Just a minute or two. We've all seen those signs in hotels encouraging us to reuse our towels for the sake of the planet.
An eco-friendly retreat in London claims to be the world's first hotel to go entirely green.
Tina Kraus has the story.
Welcome to room 2 Chiswick. This is one of our rooms.
At first glance, it's a traditional hotel room. Feels very homey.
Exactly right.
But a closer look at London's first home-tel reveals its planet-saving secrets.
When focusing specifically on carbon, room 2 Chiswick is the most sustainable hotel in the world.
Instead of fossil fuels, renewable energy powers the building. There are solar panels on the roof, and geothermal pumps pull heat from deep underground.
That converts 100% of our heating, cooling and hot water needs.
The showers, said to use 40% less water, are a guest favorite.
The water pressure and the water temperature are perfect.
And motion sensors help save more energy.
When there's no movement detected in the room, there's no heating and no electricity being burned.
Waste is a dirty word inside this plastic-free property. Clean and green is the name of the game. They're cooking here and they're recycling here.
Exactly, and so the food waste we're going to be composting on site, and then we can use that for our vegetable garden.
Even the carpets are recycled, made from fishing nets collected from the ocean.
As a small initiative which helps reduce plastic pollution and puts it to a new useful life.
All of the eco-friendly features keep guests like Jared Brown coming back.
Oh, I absolutely sleep better in an environmentally friendly hotel.
This is the future.
Creators hope hotels around the world will follow their lead and sleep better, doing their part for the planet. Tina Kraus, CBS News, London.
That's an interesting idea, isn't it? To support biodiversity, some special guests live on the rooftop of the hotel.
Around 75,000 bees are busy making honey that'll eventually be sold to travelers. Great idea. Well, the year was 2005. It was the last time a new generation of the Nissan Frontier rolled off the assembly line.
We finally have a new Frontier, and our Harvey Briggs boldly goes where no one has gone for 17 years when Live at 4 continues.
Enjoy fresh air, sunshine, and the view with the new Eco Sky windows from Mad City. Featuring Sky Mirror technology, our windows provide unmatched beauty, durability, and energy savings. We have an extensive choice of grid patterns and glass styles to complement any home: bay, bow, double hung, and slider. Now's the time to save during our spring blowout sale. Save $750 on a house full of new windows. Interest-free financing for 12 months. $100 Target gift card with purchase, but act now and double your savings. Save $1,500 on a house full of new windows. Double your interest-free financing from 12 to 24 months. Last chance in this program to call. You'll double your bonus. Receive a $200 Target gift card with purchase. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-338-1616. Let me give you that number again, 608-338-1616.
As of 2022, TSR Concrete Coatings has coated nearly 11 million square feet of concrete, and we've completed over 15,000 jobs. If we haven't met yet, I'm Joey with TSR Concrete Coatings, and here we transform your old, cracked garage floor from this to this in just one day. We don't just coat over your old concrete. We grind it down, apply our base coat and chip, and then seal it with our own proprietary sealant that will never chip or peel. And our floors are ridiculously easy to clean. All of our coatings are covered by our exclusive lifetime warranty, and we have our own in-house team ready to answer any questions you may have before and after your install. To learn more or get your new floor, visit the website or call us at the number shown below today. One day floor.
This is Connie Ryan of Ryan Funeral Homes. While things have changed, it's still necessary for families to stay connected. And when it comes to the loss of a loved one, it's important to process and grieve and honor your loved one in a way that keeps everyone safe. We're doing this through intimate services and private virtual streaming so your family can be part of the service no matter where they are. Ryan Funeral Homes are here with your safety in mind and compassionate care in your time of need.
Allergies just try to stop us being the greatest versions of ourselves. Allegra lasts up to 6 times longer than Benadryl, so trees, you won't take us down.
Allegra starts working 2 times faster than Claritin, so dust, you won't wipe us out.
And unlike Zyrtec, Allegra won't make us drowsy. So fur, you won't phase us. When allergies attack, take Allegra before your symptoms take over you. Live
your greatness.
Right now, no accidents to report eastbound along the Beltline, though. We're seeing significant delays stretching all the way from the Whitney Road exit to our Whitney Way exit all the way past John Nolan. Westbound, only a few slowdown spots, but at least traffic is moving on both sides for us this evening. That's a quick look at traffic.
All right, Jana, thank you. Every year, a Belgian forest turns completely purple, or at least on the ground. Millions of bluebells blossom in mid-April and attract tens of thousands of visitors to this forest near Halle, Belgium. And this year, everyone is able to wander to the peaceful atmosphere of the forest after 2 years of pandemic restrictions. Tens of thousands have already come to appreciate the colorful Bluebell Festival in the nearly 2.25 square mile forest.
One more thing to put on my bucket list.
Belgium.
I'd love to see that. Beautiful. Well, the last time Nissan updated its mid-sized Frontier pickup truck, George W. Bush was president, Madonna topped the pop charts, and American Idol was the #1 show on television.
The year was 2005. Well, it's 2022, and guess what? There's a new Frontier, and Harvey Briggs takes us there as we go behind the wheel. Well, here's something you don't say very often, an all-new Frontier.
That's right. It's been 17 years since we've been able to say that, Mark.
Well, sort of all new.
Well, you know, all new in that the engine and transmission are a couple years old, but the truck itself, frame, the body panels, everything are new this year.
Nissan didn't really have a choice. If they wanted to stay in the midsize pickup truck segment, something had to be done.
They were just investing in other SUVs and other updates, and finally they said we can't ignore it anymore. Sales were plummeting on this vehicle. It wasn't competitive in the class, and 2 years ago they brought out this new engine and transmission, and last year they gave us a whole new truck.
So this is sort of a homage to the original.
Yeah, back in the 90s they had a version of this truck that was nicknamed the hard body, and they went back to that because the previous generation truck just never really lit the fire of truck drivers.
Let's hope they relit that fire with this third-generation Frontier. Sure, it still rides on a frame that dates back to the early 2000s, but the suspension has been revised and the rest of the truck is considerably improved. The base rear-wheel drive model starts at around $29,500. Our test car is the Pro 4X with every available option known to man and goes for $47,000 big ones.
So we have leather, heated seats, heated steering wheel. You've got the 9-inch touchscreen here. One of the interesting things, though, is they've done a really good job of continuing to give us dials and buttons. These switches are rocker switches down here, which feel very old school, but kind of in a good way.
It's got an optional and not too functional roll bar, but it does have handy tie downs in the bed, and it has this.
You also have a bed step that can jump out here, and you've got this handle here, so to help pull you up if you just need a little extra hand. It's not that high. This isn't an F-150, but it's it's a solid, useful bed.
And they're serious about this.
Yeah, this is a serious truck that you can use for all those truck things that you want to do.
But as with most things in life, the Frontier is not perfect.
This is an off-road model, and the switches for some of the key off-road features that you want to use, like a locking rear differential or hill descent control, are down here, and they're literally hidden.
Harvey thinks the optional and unnecessary steps will not survive off-roading. And let's talk about that back seat.
First of all, it is not best-in-class legroom back here. For the kids, I'm sure it's fine, but you're not going to want to put you and 2-3 of your fishing buddies back here. The other thing is you can see how straight up and down this seat back is. So it's going to be uncomfortable on a longer road trip if you're stuck back here.
So finally, the big question, if you were going to buy a mid-sized truck, would you buy this one?
It would certainly be on my list now.
And Harvey's joining us via Zoom from Santa Barbara, where he's attending an event for the next electric Subaru. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I'll be driving the Subaru Solterra tomorrow. It is a all-electric SUV, and unlike most electric vehicles, this one is off-road capable. So I'll be doing some off-roading in it tomorrow as well, which will be kind of fun.
Yeah, very good. Well, the Frontier, that's a very impressive truck, much improved. But who is in the market for that truck?
Well, the Frontier is really that sort of personal use truck. Yeah, some people might use it for work, but it's really that adventure, camping, towing, that type of thing. It does have best-in-class towing, best-in-class power. So, there are some compelling arguments versus the competition, Tacoma, Ranger, and Colorado, which are all now older than the Frontier, which is something we couldn't say a while ago.
I guess it's just getting the word out, which we just did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. And that's, it's a really big upgrade from the previous generation. So it's worth checking out.
All right. Have fun off-roading.
Thank you.
We'll see you soon.
All right. See you soon, Harvey. Thank you.
Ridesandrives.com for that review and all the other vehicles we've tested. And we'll have a final check of your forecast coming up.
Double up on savings exclusively at Grand Appliance during the Spring Savings Double Up Sale. Get double rebates on select purchases of our most popular appliance and grill brands and unbeatable package deals. Like this Frigidaire 4-piece kitchen with counter-depth refrigerator for just $23.92. Or this LG 4-piece kitchen for just $29.36. Shop your local showroom or grandappliance.com. Grand Appliance. You make it home, we make it grand.
What are you recommending for muscle pain?
Based on clinical data, I recommend Salon Paws.
Agreed. My patients like these patches because they work up to 12 hours, even on moderate pain.
Salon Paws, it's good medicine.
things were really starting to turn worse for my mom. They basically said, that's all we can do.
Right to try is hope when there is no hope.
We had done research on the Zysami. Apparently it was still in stage 3 clinical trials.
She couldn't have that medication unless it was for the Right to Try Act and Senator Johnson's work.
This is 3 days after the treatment, and you can see the difference. You know, without the efforts of Senator Johnson, my mom wouldn't be here today.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
It started somewhere between a cuddle and a struggle. It's the side hug. Tween milestones like this may start at age 9.
HPV vaccination, a type of cancer prevention against certain HPV-related cancers, can start then, too.
For most, HPV clears on its own. But for others, it can cause certain cancers later in life. Welcome! Hi. Now, as the dad cab, it's my cue to help protect them.
Embrace this phase. Help protect them in the next. Ask their doctor about HPV vaccination today.
If we can get this bill right and work together, we can bring it back and potentially pass it.
Proponents of legalizing medical marijuana in Wisconsin meet at a public hearing. Find out what impact it could have on future legislation tonight on News 3 Now at 5.
This has been a symbol of suburban life for decades. But a new idea is buzzing around local communities.
It's not just, someone being lazy.
Eric Frocky finds out why No Mow May could make a big impact on our planet. Thursday on News 3 Now at 6.
Looking at our Doppler check of the last 3 hours, we have had some steady rain building in for Madison. Now that is starting to creep in for our western counties, Grant County, and along the edge of the Platteville area, looking towards Dubuque and Prairie du Chien, also seeing some steadier rainfall. This is just rain, no lightning for us right now, but I wouldn't be surprised if we did hear a rumble of thunder or two for us this evening, as the rain is expected to continue up until about midnight.
Andrew Larson here, owner of Larson Home Services. My team is fired up. We've discovered a new replacement gutter system that sets the standard for performance, durability, and beauty. It's called Gutter Shutter, and it's guaranteed to never clog, sag, or pull away. It's 100% made in the USA. We'll show you why Gutter Shutter means you can stay off the ladder forever. Right now, get 75% off installation labor, free financing for 24 months, and a $100 Visa gift card with your new Gutter Shutter system. Call now to set up your free estimate.
To be a thriver with metastatic breast cancer means asking for what we want and need, and we need more time. So we want Kisqali. Women are living longer than ever before with Kisqali when taken with an aromatase inhibitor or fulvestrant in postmenopausal women or in men with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer. Kisqali is a pill that's significantly more effective at delaying disease progression versus an aromatase inhibitor or fulvestrant alone. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Ask your doctor about living longer with Kisqali.
Since I left for college, my dad has gotten back into some of his old hobbies. And now he's taking Trulicity. And it looks like he's gotten into some new, healthier habits, too.
What changes are you making for your type 2 diabetes? Maybe it's time to try Trulicity. It's proven to help lower A1C. It could help you lose up to 10 pounds. And it's only taken once a week, so it can fit into your busy life. Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. It isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. It's not approved for use in children. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it. You or your family have medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which can lead to dehydration.